Now we have a special report on the 911 telephone number. In some communities, that's a line to instant help in an emergency. In fact, 16 Canadian cities have the 911 service, and the Ottawa-Carleton region may be next. But how does the system work, and what are the advantages? Here's Newsday's Chris Brown.
Will they get there in time? Will this man be able to help? Would the fire department have got there sooner? Who would you call in an emergency? Would you have a quarter to call police? Would you phone the operator? What would you do, say, if somebody collapses in front of you? Who would you call?
Who would I phone?
First of all, I'd call the police.
Who would you call?
Call an ambulance.
What's the number?
911. Emergency.
There's no 911 in Ottawa.
In Ottawa?
Well, I'd call the hospital.
I would call. I don't know.
That confusion is why people like Brian Malcolmson are pushing for 911.
Well, the prime reason for 911 is quicker access to the emergency health care system.
The simplicity of the number is what I like, the fact that it can be memorized very easily by all age groups in our society.
Right now there are 24 emergency numbers in Ottawa-Carleton just for police, fire, and ambulance.
911 is an easily rememberable number which people on the street relate to much easier than they would the present number of the Ottawa Ambulance Service, or for that matter other numbers such as police and fire departments, of which there are a number in this area.
Toronto has 911.
Is this an emergency? What's the problem?
Every day the service helps save lives.
(943) emergency.
What is it? It's a nerve center.
1053 emergency.
No matter what kind of emergency, you just dial 911.
(1043 emergency. I'll put you right through.
The people at 911 connect you with help, the right help. If you need a second service, they'll call it while you talk to the first. They'll call an ambulance while you talk to the fire department.
Ambulance on the way. 10-4.
Some features of 911. Once you call, the line is locked. The 911 operator can call you back at the press of a button. If you don't answer, the operator can ask Bell Canada to trace your call and then send help. But tracing can take up to 2 hours.
We're dealing with the situation of manpower. If the central office isn't manned at the time the request comes in, it means getting staff to accomplish that goal, meaning completing the trace.
Bell's solution to the tracing problem is an enhanced 911 system. Bell claims the enhanced system displays the caller's location on the operator's screen as soon as the call comes in. That's why here in Ottawa-Carleton, it's the enhanced system that 911 supporters are pushing for. It would probably be set up in the Ottawa Police Station and supervised by the force. There's room enough for it in the new communications centre. About 8 new consoles would be put in here to serve the whole of the Ottawa-Carleton region. But to turn this into this, of course, will cost us money. Regional staff say 911 would cost about $1.5 million a year to run. The enhanced version might cost twice that, up to $3 million a year.
Okay, hold on, I'll connect you to the ambulance.
Sound like a great buy? Well, there are some problems with the 911 system, problems people pushing for it aren't talking about. And some people say there are better ways to spend up to $3 million a year to save lives and protect property. We'll be back in a moment to look at some of the problems with the 911 system and some of the alternatives.
This call has been received by the 911 emergency service. An emergency operator will answer your call as soon as possible. This is a recording.